So just some prerequisites for our Open Catalog replication demonstration. You need an Open Catalog instance, an existing table and namespace in that instance, CDC Iceberg engine installed and configured, and source engine configured as well. For our Iceberg catalog properties, we have the following properties in place with credentials obviously masked. So now we're in Management Console. I would just like to highlight in our properties for our replication that we have already set our catalog proxy name. Specifically, we are pointing it at the Open Catalog proxy. And for our file system proxy, we are going to be using the catalog-based file proxy, hence why I didn't have to demonstrate any file system properties previously. So we're going to go ahead and create a new subscription. I'm just going to type in an arbitrary name here. Source data store is DB2, target will be Iceberg. We'll also go ahead and get our table mappings ready. So it's important to note I've already configured the source table as well as the target table. We're going to be selecting live audit for this path, so we'll have access to the audit parameters, which we will include in our target. We're going to select the employees table I've highlighted here. I'll show you the content briefly for this table, various employee information, and we're going to map it to our target table that we've already created in Open Catalog. I just need to do a quick refresh, and there it shows up, Open Catalog demo. Click Next, Finish. And once the mappings are done, I'm going to also go ahead and just complete the column mappings. So that will include registering our timestamp for our audit to our target column for that. Additionally, I will do the same for the operation type. These are journal control fields that are specific to our audit path as a reminder. And I'll also demonstrate that we can use derived expressions in order to construct outputs. So for phone number, I'm going to do a concatenation where I'm going to take the content coming in from the source. I don't know if you noticed, but it seemed like a bit of an incomplete phone number. Let's just assume that all the phone codes preceding that number are consistent. So the area code, let's just say 1-800. Verify the expression is valid and click OK. And now I can save, and we should be ready to start the mirroring of our replication. All right, so now that we have mirroring enabled, we can actually query our data just to see that it's being replicated. So for this, I'm going to go to Snowflake. I've already set up an integration with Open Catalog, allowing me to query against Open Catalog and read the results within Snowflake itself. I just have to run a refresh to grab the data. And if I execute my select, we can see that the data has been successfully replicated, including the transformation to phone number and the audit timestamp and operation types. Next up, I'm going to run some other operations, just an insert, update, and delete to demonstrate that mirroring works in addition to refresh. So for this insert, we want to insert Maria. We're going to update employee with Kevin. Then we're going to delete the employee ID shown. While this is happening, I just want to show you in the source that these have gone through. We do expect to see a Kevin Jones entry, a Maria Anderson entry, in addition to our other delete. This should already be replicated. Because we are using Snowflake to communicate with Open Catalog, we need to tell Snowflake to refresh. This data should already exist in Open Catalog. We just have to wait for Snowflake to refresh it. That seems to be successful. And if we select from our table, we can see at the very top now, David Jones has been updated to Kevin Jones, Emily Brown has been deleted, and Maria Anderson has been inserted. And we also have our previous entries as well in typical audit fashion.